Hello everybody. So I want to talk to you about the summary of last episode. I didn't talk and I didn't know how to do microphone. So I'll do it again. So in my last video, I explained that this will be a continuing series, probably to 20 episodes. So here we got the Blue Nation. I call it the Nordic Alliance. It basically consists of all the old Nordic countries and some land they conquered. It's not an alliance, but it's a union of sorts. Like, unified. Now we got Rome. Rome is very powerful. More powerful than the Pax Roma itself. So it basically has all the territories of the Macedonian Empire, but some new added ones, like some parts of Ukraine, some parts of Turkmenistan, or yeah, you'd get it, Georgia, and Rome has very, very good ships. So they conquered the whole entirety of the Caspian Sea. And their next goal is to conquer probably this sea. But I think to soon be adding like the Indus River civilization, or also known as, I can't say it. Also known as the Aryans. Then we got the ancient Qin dynasty. I think I will be including that. Also, we have to talk about Arabia. Arabia, I'm pretty sure the Chinese or Mongols found oil in 1500. So, yeah. Also, in my last video, I colored Yemen yellow. Then I took it over, because that was a rebellion that happened. But now it has been sorted out. And they met in Sparta to make a deal whether or not they would keep their independence or not. So, in this video, I will explain everything that I did and probably add some parts to the civilization. So, I'm pretty sure Greece will declare independence. Then it would fail miserable, and probably collapse. And Romans will do a very, very good job on trying to reestablish a new puppet state, maybe. Or maybe they'll keep the land and make a puppet state in India. So, I'm pretty sure India and Rome will have a war. I do not know though. India might take over some of here, and China might join in on the war against India. I do not know though. That is in the future. I think to include the Silk Road, I'm pretty sure it was here to all the way over there. And guys, I'm not gonna include religion, because I just think it would put me in some controversy. But I hope to expand this channel more. So please like, subscribe, and maybe share. I'm not begging, I'm just asking. So, let's get on to the new territories that I haven't gone to. Some more of the Baltics, or the Balkans. So, I think they will expand from Greece more, and then maybe more into northern territory. And it would soon, and sorry, can't speak. I can't speak always when I'm on recording. And the Nordic Union will probably catch up. I do not know if Germany, if there would be a world war yet. I do not know. Probably not. Probably yes. So, Germany will catch up to these territories, and then they would still go, but they would have to encircle this piece of land because it's troubling. Now, I'm pretty sure this is where, like, a very, very big portion of the Vikings lived. So, the Vikings are, like, formal. They have a government. Not like the barbaric, but they will make themselves a formal government of sorts. In this episode, I will be... Excuse me. I haven't got sleep yet. So, there will be a war going on in this episode. I know I said every Thursday, but I might change it a little, but I might not. So, stay tuned. Also, I'm not going to include ads to do that to you guys. That's kind of mean. Because I'm a small channel anyways. So, yeah, they would connect their Latvia, Estonia, Kaliningrad, all that. Now, this is a pretty good country. I would want to run this country and expand more. But here's the thing. A civil war, or an independence, basically. So the Nordics are gonna team up with the Romans. I know this is crazy, never happened to be before, but yeah. One of their main areas that barbarics used to live in has been conquered. So they'll probably call some Romans over and ask, hey, we'll give you some land for exchange to beat this new country. And they agree, and the Romans had a pact, said, okay, could this eventually lead to a trading pact, a regular pact? And the Confederation said yes. It will. So, we got the Romans marching through these islands. I don't know how many islands Norway has, but I'll probably see that later. And then the Confederation of Vikings will probably march through those lands, or Norwegian lands, and will probably take more of this, and the Romans will probably go off the coast like they usually do. So, now this is the map of the Roman Empire. I know, pretty huge. But the Romans aren't done expanding yet. They have their eyes set on some other nations. So, I'm gonna color in India and China today. Because I didn't do that last episode because I didn't know how to maintain a mic. So, I like this stuff because it brings entertainment. I love mapping and I love political stuff. Although I won't talk about any political stuff that has came on in the recent years, but I might. So forgive me if I do that. So, in this episode is just basically about context of the last episode. So, please forgive me if I seem off the hook about all my ideas for the near future. Now, you might see me coloring this map and say, hey, India's too big. Well, this is just a what if universe. It's not the main universe, it's just a what if. It's not main, but it might be a main. I took some inspiration off of Adiz's pose, What If Civilization Started Over. Please go follow him. He's a very, very good YouTuber. And he does do very great videos. So please follow him. I don't want to get copyrighted anyways. So, this video, not this video, but India is just going to expand further and further. Same with China. China. So, please comment on my videos saying if I should color in, or I should color the countries a different color. Because it might seem kind of boring that I use the main colors and not the fun, cool, saturated colors. So, please comment on my video if you want to see me have new. Also, please comment if you want me to keep this name thing on. I turned off the borders because it helps me. Also, you might see me coloring in Hong Kong, and I'm just doing that because it's the most efficient way to do it. Also, I might link this to the old video I posted, the first video. This will probably be labeled 2.5 or 1.5. Also, could you please comment me if they had pieces of Japan or not? Because because that would really help. Because I haven't studied the ancient China history part. I've only studied about like the Silk Road up to Roman history. I've learned about Greece and everything. And World War II. And World War I. But please notify me if I got some pieces wrong. So, now, I think it's time for the Yemens. That's what I'm calling them now. To expand furthermore into South Africa. I know South Africa is a country, but I'm just saying, like, South Africa in general. So, they'll probably go down the coast. Yeah, pretty good. And then take this massive piece of land. And, whoa, I didn't mean for it to be that big, but I'll take it. So, they'll basically be forming an empire around this sea. Or the, would you say this is the Indian Sea? Or the, well, basically at the African side of, out to comment what this is. Yeah. So they'll basically be forming an empire, and they would eventually make landing into Madagascar. Now, I don't know if there's any events going on in Arabia that I should know about, which is bad. Like, you know how they get. Well, not they, but you know how Middle Eastern countries get, because, yeah, I studied the Iraqi war, and, so, yeah, they'll probably swoop in, encircle larger pieces of land in Madagascar, and probably take the whole island. Now, this will probably be a conflict between them and the Romans, because, well, they're basically a secret enemy to the Romans. They think that their enemy ship has, gotten over, but it really hasn't. There's still tension. Like, Also, I want to make a joke. If Mongolia makes like a single mistake, they have like the most two biggest empire, or well, not empires, but countries right beside them, or like they're in the middle of it. So they'll swoop in and take more of this sea. Comment what the sea is. I'm not very good at African geography. Well, I am, but you know. So they'll take more and more coast of this sea, I guess. I'll probably search it up later. So, yeah, they'll take more and more and more. So they go, and eventually they'll conquer the whole coast. Now, this will spark some really, really bad tension against them and the Romans. So, the Romans will basically, well, let's just say there was a ship heading to all the way over here, from here, and there was a ship blown up. But from the Romans, of course. So, don't ask me how. So, the Romans will declare war. Well, so basically, the Somalians, let's just call them Somalians, will get declared on war from the Romans. Now, this will probably affect the Silk Road, spreading the word of what happened. But not that bad, but pretty bad. Now, this is the first time a country, basically, I keep doing this. I'm sorry. So, this is a pretty large empire that no one in history has ever probably made. Like, all of this land? Yeah. So, I don't think I'll include Byzantine history, because I'm not good at it. Yeah, but yeah. I hope no tension between, Rome and India starts, because I basically need it to keep in order, so, yeah. So, they'll swoop in, taking parts of Russia. The Nordic Union will. And eventually, we'll probably have this piece of land. Now, the Romans don't like this, but they can't speak out against it. So, the war between the Somalians and the Romans has passed. So, the peace deal just includes this border. And the Somalians are pretty good with this piece of land, border. So they agree and go on their merry way. India, though. India is going to start taking more and more land. The Chinese, or the Qin Dynasty, I'm pretty sure that's what it will be called right now, will take up some, the Qin Dynasty doesn't care at the moment. But that's at the moment. We do not know, I do not know if they will get angry later. So, the Romans will start taking more of, basically today, Turkmenistan. Or pieces of Turkmenistan. Now, I think I'm going to end the video soon, but not that soon. So China, being China, will take over, will take over some coastal areas, and then go into North Korea. Now, this might not seem historical accurate, but it's just, a what-if universe. So, like I said at the start of this, there would be probably 20 episodes of this series, because there has to be, like, at least all continents except for Antarctica. Antarctica is just gonna be lonely. But I didn't talk about Egypt today. Egypt is gonna... The Egyptian Legion will probably take more and more land, connecting them with some southern legions. Now, this is what it looks like at the end of the episode. Rome has expanded quite a lot, and I'm gonna be talking more in these videos from now on. Because I forgot how to work it, but now I got it. So I will be seeing you all later. But if you would like to subscribe, I'm not forcing you like those other channels. But if you want to, if you don't, I don't really care. It's your opinion. Now, sorry guys. Now that is the end of this episode.